What's going on, guys? It's Wolves, and yeah, different little camera view here. I'm gonna try and do this video with the least amount of cuts I can. I want this to kind of just be like a raw story, and you guys will hear all my ums and my thoughts and me fucking up and whatever, you know. That's the beauty of raw footage. I'm definitely gonna put some cuts in there, but that's like right there, like there. I was fucking up what I was saying. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I might just cut it up because I fuck up too much. I'll eventually like get better at this. I'll eventually get used to this. I'm good at telling stories. I just want to make it as engaging as possible, so I do kind of, you know, fuck my words every now and then. So if you guys are wondering why I kind of changed the view up, I don't really have a game to play. I do want you guys to be more engaged with who I am and, you know, not always like a video game in the background, because the average person doesn't want to watch a fucking video game. If they don't know what's going on, they don't want to fucking watch it. So I'm definitely not going to try and force video games into someone's, you know, what they're viewing. I'm not going to do that. So I got this little camera view, whatever, inspiration from my buddy Angelo. Has a podcast, great podcast, check it out. It's called the Kicks and Giggles Podcast. Should I like use this screen for something? You know, I should probably, I'm fucking bumping the mic now, you know? This is just, I don't know what's going on. But I feel like I should use this screen. I don't know, I'll just probably like use it as like a green screen or something. Like I'll just delete whatever the fuck is on there and I'll put something up in front of it in the post editing process. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, if you haven't checked Angelo's podcast out, he talks about fucking sex. He talks about shoes. He talks about his crazy life story experiences of him meeting celebrities and shit. It's great. You know, it's great. So, I would go check him out if I were you. All right, Angelo, I'm not fucking gassing you up right here, okay? It is a fact. I am getting this from you. It's a fact. It seems like every story I tell has to do with me traveling, which obviously, I mean, that's where the best stories come from, right? You move around on the earth and you get some crazy shit going on in your life. So let's just get right into it, man. I played hockey, okay? I played hockey up until like a year and a half ago. So I just got done with it. I'm doing this now. This is what I do. Anyways, I was on a flight to Minnesota. And if you guys aren't familiar with Minnesota, it's a huge hockey state. I'm from Michigan. Michigan and Minnesota are kind of like the two head-to-head hockey states. And we were on a flight there. And this flight wasn't just any flight, okay? It was a pretty big plane. It was like I don't know how long the flight is. I don't fucking remember. But our seats, so I had the aisle seat. One of my best friends had the middle seat, and there was a random fucking lady I didn't even know. She was on the window side. So yeah, I mean, you can imagine it was a pretty decent sized plane, three seats on each side of the aisle. And okay, I'm very good at falling asleep in places, like public places, like, I don't know, I just fucking crash, and I guess I don't have any awareness for my well-being when I'm tired, because I can just fall asleep anywhere. So I've never had like an issue when it came to long car rides or long plane rides or whatever the fuck, bus, trains, who the fuck, you know? When's the last time you rode in a train? Subways don't count as trains, by the way. Yeah, so we had this random lady on the aisle seat, and I made my buddy sit in the middle because I'm not trying to rub up, you know, I'm not trying to rub up against a random lady. And she, you know, if she was good looking, maybe, but she was old and, you know, wrinkly and on the brink of, you know, extinction. So yeah, we're about 30 minutes into the flight, and I'm listening to my music, and that's usually how long it takes me to start to try and like doze off. So yeah, you know me, no awareness. I'm falling asleep, and everything's good. My body's loosening up. Everything's good. I'm falling asleep, starting to fade out. You know when you're on long rides and you finally start to fall asleep, you know what's happening. You're like, fuck yeah. You're thinking in your head, you're like, fuck yes, finally, I'm falling asleep. This is good shit. That's what was happening. So, you know, I don't know what they call it, stage 5 REM sleep or something, when your eyes go back and forth. Yeah, I was basically in the deepest form of sleep possible. I just whistled twice, I think, when I said that. I'm sorry for, you know, if you have headphones in and you're listening to this, but I'm in the deepest part of sleep. My teammate, I think, was probably sleeping too. All of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I think it's, you know, I'm dreaming. Who the fuck would be tapping me right now? I'm on a plane just enjoying my flight. And I feel it again short after. So I'm like, oh my fucking God. I wake up. I look at my team, I'm like, what? My teammate looks at me and he goes, sorry, dude, but, you know, she's got to go. And I had my headphones in, so I like pulled it out. I was like, what'd you say? Sorry, whatever. And this lady looks at me, like stares me in the eyes, and she goes, I have to tinkle. So I'm like, you know, what's going on? Like, huh? Like, what are you saying? Tinkerbell? Like, she goes, I have to tinkle. So I was like, oh. Okay, you know, that caught me off guard. So I just stood up, didn't want to make a scene or anything, even though I was pissed inside. So I got up, stood in the aisle, I was like this. I like stood up. I was like, all right, bitch, fucking, let's get a move on. And you know, it's like that weird moment in the plane. You get up, you stand in the aisle. You know she's gonna come back. You just don't know how long her piss is. Like, is she actually peeing, or is she taking a fucking, you know, a dump in the plane bathroom? You don't know what she's doing. So it's like that awkward moment, right? Like, should I sit back down, because maybe I know with my luck I'm gonna sit back down, get comfortable, and then she's gonna come back, and then I gotta get up again. So I don't know. Do I just stand in the aisle and make everyone else uncomfortable too? So I don't know what happened. She was coming back. She sat back down. You know, I started getting comfortable again. 30 minutes go by, start falling asleep again. Same thing. At this point, I'm at, you know, 100% comfortability. I'm doing great. Falling asleep again. Now here, you know, here we go again. It's a vicious cycle. I'm starting to fall asleep, and I feel another tap on my shoulder. Now, you know, me, I'm basically sleeping. I'm like, there's no way, you know, someone's tapping my shoulder again, right? So I just kept on sleeping, and then I feel it again. At this point, I'm getting, you know, I'm starting to get pissed at my teammate, which usually it's not his fault. So I realize, you know, it's real life, so I fucking take out my headphones again. Part of my fucking, you know, my Spanglish here. Take out my headphones again, and I'm like, you know, what's up, buddy? What do you want? And this girl peeks out from behind my teammate. She said it again. She goes, I have to tinkle again. And I fucking swear to God said that. No exaggeration. I would not make that up. So she said that again, and I'm like, I can't yell at an old lady because she has to fucking tinkle, right? Or can I? So I just let it blow by. You know, I held my anger in, stood up again. You know, my legs are starting to hurt from how many times I'm getting up. So I get up. Teammate moves out of the way too. She goes fucking pee, whatever, poop. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. You know, in the back of my mind, I'm like concerned because you're peeing twice in an hour, in the first hour of the flight. Like maybe you got, you know, some explosive device that I don't fucking know about in the bathroom. So, you know, part 2, awkward standing. I sit back down. After she, you know, I let her through again. So, I don't want this story to become repetitive, but let me just skip into it. I fall asleep again, a third time. Okay, fall asleep a third time on the flight. Clearly, I'm a tired motherfucker. This time, I don't get woken up. I mean, I kind of do, but I have the worst fucking vivid dream of my life. I played for a tough hockey coach, right? A lot of yelling. Love the guy. Love him. But a lot of yelling, a lot of stress comes with it, with performing and all that. And, if you're an athlete or were an athlete, you know what I'm talking about. I was having a hockey dream, and I was in the NHL. I was on the bench, and I think I had like a bad shift or something, and I turn around, and my coach is in my face. This is a dream. My coach is in my face, screaming, and I can tell he's got his like veins are coming out of his head. His eyes are starting to pop out. It looks like a fucking like a fucking iguana, and he's going crazy, like he's beet red, and he's screaming at me. There's like spit coming out. But in real life, when I was on the plane, my ears were popped while I was sleeping. So my ears being popped made that happen in my dream. So when your ears are popped and you can't hear, I couldn't hear any, like I was deaf in my dream. But he was just fucking laying into me, yelling at me. And, God, I can't, explaining it doesn't do it justice, because that was, like, the most stressed I've ever been in my life, I think, in a dream. So, yeah, I woke myself up out of that one. So that's 3 times now that I've been woken up out of sleep. That was kind of my own fault. I don't know, how do I counter that? I don't know. But, yeah, fast forward. I fall asleep for a 4th time. At this point, it's impressive how many times I've been able to fall asleep on a flight. Like 4 times? That's unheard of. You've never done that. I know you watching that have never fallen asleep 4 times on a plane. One plane ride. Fall asleep again. Now, this time normal dream probably. Deep sleep. Shit's good. Flight's probably almost over. We're alright. My music in my headphones stopped for some reason. Thank you, God, for that, by the way. Yeah, so my music stopped, and I remember waking up to the flight attendants whooshing fucking past me, like in the aisle. I'm on the aisle seat. Whooshing past me, like running. And I hear people screaming, "We have a code red! We have a code red!" And I'm like, I'm waking up out of a dead sleep. So I wake up, I'm half asleep, and I hear, "We have a code red." I think the plane's fucking going down. Like, what does code red on a plane mean? Bomb, gun, terrorist, explosion, like plane crash, right? That's code red. So I got these people running past me, going crazy, and I see some guy like laying down in the aisle, and he looks dead, right? So at first I think we're fucking like crap, like the plane's going down. So I'm like half asleep, freaking out. I'm like, "Ugh," right? That's the sounds you make. And then I see this guy fucking dead in the aisle. But no, he wasn't dead. As a matter of fact, he just passed out, right? He just passed out, and all the fucking flight attendants were rushing to, like, see if he needed CPR or whatever the fuck. But I got this guy screaming in my ear, "We got a code fucking red!" And I got a dead guy in the aisle. What am I supposed to think? Well, me as a passenger, I expect my flight to go smoothly. What's the grammar there? Smoothly. No, that can't be. All right, I expect my flight to go smooth and, safe landing, get to my destination within however long. And I get woken up by this girl who has to fucking piss twice, Tinkle, sorry. she has to tinkle, and I get woken up by a bad dream. My fault. I'll take the blame for that one. And then I got fucking Jim Chunies, whatever his fucking name was, flight attendant guy, screaming in my ear, "We have a code red," while I'm like half asleep. Dude, I'm about ready to like go under my seat and grab like the fucking life vest thing, right? Like, I don't know what's going on. That was like my first fucking thought when that shit was going on. So, yeah, there was just, so I don't know, he passed out or something. This guy passed out, and it's a code red, I guess. I wouldn't say passing out's necessarily a code red. I would say that's like a code, green. It's like a green light. Green means go and shit. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, yeah, there was no way in hell I was going back to sleep, because, I mean, there was only like 30 minutes left of that flight, but there was no way in hell I was going back to sleep after that. Like, woken up 4 times, not going to risk a 5th time, because it just gets weirder and weirder. Yeah, I mean, we eventually landed, and shit was good after that, but, man, that was by far the worst flight I've ever been on. And I've been on a lot of fucking flights. That was by far the weirdest, most unpredictable fucking... Okay, I had a little heart attack for a second. I thought I wasn't recording my audio this whole time. But yeah, man, that was just a shitty experience overall. So I might do more of these like face-to-face kind of things. I don't know if they're like fun to watch. They might be like alright to listen to. It's kind of like a podcast style thing in a way, but yeah, I mean, I could just talk about bullshit and just fucking ramble on about anything, to be honest. So if you guys did enjoy this, let me know, and we can do more. I was gonna make like eventually like a setup video maybe, but you guys can already see most of it. I mean, there's not much to it. There's just another monitor and a PC, and that's it. But yeah, I gotta wrap this shit up. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Wolves, and we will see you later.